Old Dirty Bastard Jr. What's good?
I'm fine, you know. I'm a real estate mind right now. That's what I'm focused on, building homes.
No doubt. I heard he just had a baby also.
Yeah, building homes.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
How many children did your father have?
7.
7. Okay, because for some reason when I looked it up on Wikipedia, it said 13.
Well, 13 is a master number. It's a cool number.
Now, how much time did you get to spend with ODB, as you were growing up?
Well, the last time was, 2004. So that was like a whole lifetime.
So before 2004, did you get to spend a lot of time with him or not? Not really?
Here and there, He was off and on doing what he had to do. He was on parole, this and that, on TV. Everyone see it. What, VH1 or MTV, one of them stations. So he was doing his thing right then and big. He was, he was basically focused on coming out of jail and feeling the pressure into coming back to earth. Because that was hell. Jail hell.
Mm-hmm. Now, there was like a famous scene, I think it was on MTV, with Old Dirty Bastard and I don't know if it was his wife or one of his child's mothers, like in a limousine. Were you actually, I know he had 2 of his kids with him. Were you one of those kids in that scene?
You talking about the food stamp celebrity, the food stamp? Yeah, I was the boy. I had my 2 sisters. I was the one in the front sitting there with the braids sticking up.
Okay, how old were you at the time?
I had to been about 7.
Okay, do you remember that at all?
I don't remember it. I keep, remembrance from everything on TV and YouTube.
So that was kind of an interesting scene at that moment because you have Old Dirty Bastard who is now a successful rapper. I think that the Wu-Tang album came out and it was crazy. I'm not sure. Do you know if his solo album had dropped at that point or not?
It probably was gearing up for it, or it could have been before that.
But a lot of people, I guess, were upset because like you have this person who they feel is successful, but he's still going and getting food stamps. Mm-hmm. Like, how did you feel about that whole scene?
The Jews do it all the time. They save money.
Do you remember your upbringing being rough around that time?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been rough, No matter, let's say if my dad got $50,000, we still fucked up. But that $50,000 to a hood celebrity is just like a car. Mm-hmm. We wasn't properly trained how to use all our income to save it.
What do you think was some of your most memorable moments of your father?
I
that
say
you experienced
this
yourself.
Well, the most memorable moment was the last time I was with him, because I gathered all that energy. Like a lot of the clan members was around. It was like the fire, and the phoenix was in the ashes, and it was leaving his body. So that was the last time we was in the studio, and it came here.
So you actually got to hang out with ODB in the studio with the rest of Wu-Tang?
We was kind of hanging out. He was smoking a lot of drugs. So the last time he was here, he got as high as he could ever get.
And how soon after that did he pass?
That night. He got as high as he could ever get, and he told me to sit there and watch him. Eye to eye. We did that. And then that was it.
I mean, do you think it was PCP possibly?
PCP. PCP make you get naked, right?
Well, it make you do a lot of stuff. I mean, we actually did a feature on this Wu-Tang affiliate named Christbearer. You know who that is?
I'm listening. He supposedly cut his dick off.
There's no supposedly about it.
I was high as a motherfucking man with no sleep and shit, and just frustrated because, I couldn't talk to my babies and shit like that. And I had I'm paying 3 child support payments when I'm not seeing none of my kids and shit.
Right.
And I really thought for that moment in time that I'm really hurting myself just, not having a vasectomy or whatnot, of that. And,
okay.
And it was just like, I was gonna give myself one, to tell you the truth, you know what I mean?
That's the reason.
Yeah, and I blasted off, high.
And then he tried to jump out the window and commit suicide, and he lived.
It sounds like a great publicity stunt, because all he did was use it to blow up after that.
I mean, I don't really think he blew up afterwards.
It's you talking about him.
I mean, yeah, I'm talking about him.
TMZ was talking about him.
So, but other Wu-Tang members are in the studio with you, and your dad is there, and you're how old at the time?
I'm about 13, 15.
Okay, so 14, 15 years old. And your dad actually tells you to watch him while he's smoking.
Yeah, okay. I was with my cousin, called Mason. He was like, he was allowed to go to the studio. My father was on the other side. We had to sit in a little couch area. He said, sit right there and watch me get high. He didn't basically say it, you know, but he told me I couldn't move nowhere, just for that final moments. No, he didn't want to go up there anyways to the studio. He was like, I don't want to go up there. He was seeing things before it happened, like his angels around him and shit.
Had you seen that before, or was this the first time you actually saw it?
The first time. I used to smoke weed when I was younger, but this was different. My father doing it in front of me and looking dead in my eye. So it was like, it was time. Okay. Time to elevate.
So he sat there in front of you, he got high, and then what happened afterwards?
What happened after he got high?
Yeah. I mean, did he
Well, what happened after he got high, they made us go in a limo. I went back in my food stamp limo, back to Brevoort Projects, you know, and then we got the call. Ring, ring. Old dirty bastard, he might be dead. Your father, or he was on the phone with my auntie, the peoples and all that.
It seems, you know, because I followed Old Dirty Bastard's career, you know, pretty much from the beginning. And I mean, the one thing that I did notice was that when he went to jail and he came out, he definitely looked a lot less healthy coming out of jail. He was, because he was really thin before, and you know, I don't know how healthy he was, but he was definitely bigger, heavier.
Okay, most people come out of a penitentiary built. Now, they must have been doing all types of stuff to this man.
How did you feel when you got the phone call that your dad had passed?
How did the whole world feel? A little devastated. You know, a little devastated, but it was like more, you got to step up real quick.
How long after the death did they actually have the funeral?
Wasn't that long.
A couple days?
It was a great funeral, you know.
Who showed up at the funeral? Well, did all the Wu-Tang show
up? Shout out to
to
Mariah Carey. Shout out to RZA. You know, RZA had a great speech. I think Farrakhan's people was there too. And then I had this moment on the stage where I was like, okay, he was there, and I turned to the crowd. I was supposed to say something good. My mom was like rehearsing what you gonna say. My little sister sold a poem or something. I came up there, was like, Old Dirty didn't die, he back. Word. And I ain't gonna let nothing go. You know what I'm saying? I'm here.
At the time that he passed, I had heard that he actually had his third album completed. Is that true?
You're talking about the album with Dame Dash, Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was definitely completed.
You made some statements before, and you said that you're tired of RZA putting music out without helping you guys.
Shout out to RZA for doing what he's doing as a man on this planet right now. You know, it's hard to fit shoes in certain doors, but we still squeezing.
So what do you got coming up now? Like, what you know, because you rap yourself.
Yeah. All right, yo, I want to say shout out to the Heat Makers, because I got something coming. You know, shout out to Fred the Godson. We got some big things popping. Shout out to Cat Williams. Kevin Hart cool, but yo, Cat Williams is the dope deal, done. Come on, Cat Williams? Kevin Hart cool, but he getting too, man. I don't know what he doing. You know? Cat Williams is more realer.
Yeah, I mean, Cat Williams kind of reminds me a little of ODB. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
Kanye in terms West, of just
Kanye West too. Young Thug be trying to imitate. Lil Wayne be trying to imitate. You know, but it's all beautiful because they all to get me ready.
A lot of people were bashing Kanye West for running up during, I believe, the MTV Awards with Taylor Swift.
My children like her, so I can't really spit on her yet.
But Old Dirty Bastard was actually the original stage crasher.
Yeah.
You know, when he was brave. When he got it, was it the Grammys, I think?
Yeah, it was the VMAs?
The Grammys, which is a little bigger than the VMAs.
Well, when Kanye and ODB did that, they did it for a reason. They was talking to somebody.
Right, because ODB, I guess, thought he was going to win that night. And I remember, I think I interviewed Raekwon, and he was telling me how...
That was what his heart said. You know what I mean? That's what his mind told him to say.
Were you there?
You know? Yeah, I was in the crowd. I'm cool, and I wasn't behind stage, because if I was behind stage, I probably would have walked out there with him. So like, yo, what you doing, my nigga? Yo, yeah, what up, my nigga? You know me, I probably would have. But nah, I was shocked too, because first of all, he had a suit on that night. Dirty don't wear suits. Wu niggas don't, you barely catch us in that kind of, you know what I mean?
He even mentioned, he said, yo, I just got this suit.
Come on.
And after he didn't win, he decided to get on stage and say the epic words, Puffy is cool, but Wu-Tang is for the children.
Yeah, Wu-Tang is the best. Shout out to DJ Khaled. He be using us too.